Type A right ventricular hypertrophy is characterized by A. Dominant R wave in V1 without deep S wave in V6, B. Dominant R wave in V1 and deep S wave in V6, C. Deep S wave in V1 with tall R wave in V6, D. Deep S wave in V6 without dominant R wave in V1. Correct answer B. Dominant R wave in V1 and deep S wave in V6. Option A is type B RVH, option C is LVH, option D is type C RVH. Combination of constrictive pericarditis with restrictive cardiomyopathy is seen in A. Radiation, B. Amyloidosis, C. Post-cardiotomy syndrome, D. Adriamycin cardiotoxicity. Correct answer A. Radiation. Radiation can cause both constrictive pericarditis and restrictive cardiomyopathy. The same combination can occur in cardiac transplant rejection as well. The rejection process causes restrictive cardiomyopathy, while constriction can occur following post-cardiotomy pericarditis. Mitral valve area 2D is measured in A. Parasternal short axis view, B. Suprasternal view, C. Apical four-chamber view, D. Parasternal long axis view. Correct answer A. Parasternal short axis view. Parasternal short axis view gives a good cross-section of the mitral valve. The smallest full circle is visualized and the area measured using planimetry with the computerized online calipers. An alternate method for estimation of mitral valve area is from the pressure half-time of the mitral Doppler flow, which is done from the apical four-chamber view. M-mode measurements of the left ventricle are taken at the level of A. Mitral leaflets, B. caudal level, C. Apical level, D. papillary muscle level. Correct answer B. Caudal level. What is the diagnosis from this echocardiogram? A. Left ventricular thrombus, B. Mitral annular calcification, C. Mitral valve prolapse, D. Mitral stenosis. Correct answer D. Mitral stenosis. Classical fish mouth appearance of mitral valve in mitral stenosis due to thickening of the leaflets and commissural fusion. This is a two-dimensional echo in parasternal short axis view at the level of the mitral leaflets. Mitral valve area can be measured in this view by planimetry. Gradient in aortic stenosis can be estimated from A. Subcostal view and parasternal long axis view, B. Apical five-chamber view and suprasternal view, C. Parasternal short axis view and parasternal long axis view, D. Subcostal view and parasternal short axis view. Correct answer B. Apical five-chamber view and suprasternal view. Apical five-chamber view images the aortic valve and gradient well. In case of calcific aortic stenosis with acoustic shadowing, suprasternal view will be better. Suprasternal view is also less likely to pick up a mitral regurgitation jet instead of the aortic stenosis jet, which often causes an error while estimating aortic gradients from the apical five-chamber view. Suprasternal view was routinely used for this purpose in the era of non-imaging continuous wave probe, pencil probe, which had a small footprint quite suitable for suprasternal view. Endomyocardial fibrosis is A. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, B. Dilated phase of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, C. Restrictive cardiomyopathy, D. Dilated cardiomyopathy. Correct answer C. Restrictive cardiomyopathy. Endomyocardial fibrosis is a type of restrictive cardiomyopathy characterized by predominant right ventricular involvement. There is fibrosis and obliteration of the right ventricular cavity and apex. Left ventricular involvement is relatively rare. Right atrium is grossly dilated and often there is severe systemic venous congestion. Which of the following is not included in CHADS-2 score to assess the risk of thromboembolism in atrial fibrillation? A. Mitral stenosis, B. Diabetes, C. History of hypertension, D. Congestive heart failure. Correct answer A. Mitral stenosis. CHADS-2 score was developed to assess the risk of thromboembolism in non-valvular atrial fibrillation. Scores were allotted to various risk factors as follows: congestive heart failure 1, history of hypertension 1, age 75 or more 1, diabetes 1, stroke or TIA 2. Anticoagulation is indicated when CHARTS-2 score is 2 or more. Which of the following is not a catheter used for coronary angiography? A. Cournant, B. Amblatz, C. Judkins, D. Sones. Correct answer A. Cournant. Cournant is an end-hole catheter used for right heart studies, especially used for pulmonary arterial wedge pressure measurement. It is named after the Nobel laureate Andre Cournant. Sones catheter was used for coronary angiography by brachial route. Amblatz and Judkins are used primarily for transfemoral route, though transradial route is also feasible. Which of the following is not a branch of the left coronary artery? A. Anterior descending artery, B. Obtuse marginal artery, C. Circumflex artery, D. Acute marginal artery. Correct answer D. Acute marginal artery. Acute marginal is a branch of right coronary artery. Anterior descending artery is the left anterior descending artery and circumflex is the left circumflex coronary artery. Obtuse marginal is the branch of left circumflex. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates and click on the bell icon for all updates. Thank you.